Last Monday at 5:30 in the afternoon, I went to Walmart to pick up a prescription in what I thought was plenty of time to get back home in order to comply with Raleigh's 8 p.m. curfew. When I got there, it was already closed. Grocery carts barricaded the entrance. A couple of employees were guarding the front, alerting customers like me that the store was closed following a weekend of violence, rioting, looting, and protesting over the death of George Floyd at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer. Now, as we try to recover from Governor Cooper's economic shutdown, I kept thinking, who will invest their time and treasure in Raleigh or any other city in North Carolina if people aren't safe to go to the store at 5:30 p.m. on a Monday? In the words of Rick French, a Raleigh property owner, for businesses already reeling from the COVID-19 crisis, Mayor Marianne Baldwin's curfew actually came a day late and probably hundreds of millions of dollars too short. In an editorial, Rick wrote, "The business community was left defenseless as police were ordered to stand down and not engage rioters." Rick was an eyewitness to the weekend violence as rioters were allowed to walk around downtown, our state capital, with baseball bats and sledgehammers, which in his words emboldened them to commit further destruction, knowing there would be no consequences. He called the 12 arrests made for all that damage inexcusable, and he's right, it was pure lawlessness. If you want to protest, I defend your First Amendment right to do so. But violence, destruction of another person's investment and treasure, absolutely not. The destruction of our state lies squarely at the feet of leadership, starting with Roy Cooper, who fails to recognize that behind those buildings is a person who poured his or her blood, sweat, and tears into an investment to create jobs and build a community, to build our community. And for the record, as complex creatures, we can be outraged at both the death of George Floyd and the destruction of our cities, and I won't concede a false either-or choice. The violence that our leadership is allowing isn't a protest. It's an attack on our institutions in a free society. It's meant to destabilize us, throw us into chaos, and make us unsafe so that we can't go to the store at 5:30 p.m. on a Monday in June. This violence, it's going to drive away investments from our state. And it looks to me that the governor and some local elected officials are making dangerous political calculations, looking toward November instead of looking out for North Carolina. And the hypocrisy? Well, just don't even get me started on that. Maybe we'll have time for that next week. For all the news coverage on this, visit carolinajournal.com. And for thoughtful, pro-freedom solutions to every issue and crisis, visit johnlocke.org. And while you're there, please consider an investment in freedom so we can continue to be your voice of reason. If you have feedback, email me at therightAOC@johnlocke.org. Be safe.